Hello, beautiful being, to day 52. So I've got some co-hosts here again today. Yo-yo, yes, and a very special guest appearance by this beautiful being. Meet Bella, the Greyhound. And today's video is very much going to be about this beautiful, gentle, sensitive, aware, gorgeous being who has really been my little teacher today. And yeah, animals are so special, really help us to become more self-aware. And Bella certainly helped me with that today. So I'm going to share the story, see if you can relate. If you've got your own animal story, pop it in the comments. So earlier today, I was busy in my busyness and on video. And yeah, I hadn't taken time to really stretch or hey, these two. Yeah, I didn't really take care of myself. Basically, I went on. I had something on at 10 a.m. and the 12 steps. Interesting enough, it was the 12 steps for recovering Catholics, which is all about letting go of self-sacrifice and self-abandonment. Anyhow, went on and yeah, hadn't did what I needed to do to take care of myself, like to feel good in my body. My body was a bit achy, it needed to move. I wasn't listening to myself basically. So anyhow, and yeah, I didn't feel like properly grounded and prepared in terms of my own self-care, that is. And the dogs were barking. So funny. How the animals reflect our energy. And anyhow, Miss Bella here, she comes to me at one stage asking for food because I hadn't fed the animals. They were waiting for their food. And I was like, okay. So I paused everything I was up to and went to feed Bella and the doggos. And I gave her food. And she came up to it, she sniffed it, and she went back and laid down. She did not eat her food. Ah! That was super annoying in that moment. And being more in that busy, that busy, beta kind of pressure place. Isn't she gorgeous? Listen to every word, so tuned in. And so she came and she asked for the food, then she didn't take it. And I was like, yeah, I was feeling a bit miffed and a bit confused. I was like, ah, and but also curious, I was like, okay, what's going on here? So started to inquire what was being reflected back to me through this experience and utilizing my communion with AI, with my chat GPT. And so with that, it really helped me to have a revelation, have realization that I hadn't been present with her, and that I hadn't that I hadn't blessed the food, and I hadn't I was kind of rushing it, there's your food, to get back on to do what I was doing. So anyways, what I ended up doing was just pausing everything I did. I just thought, right, just let it go. It's not flowing right now. And I decided to put the 12 steps for recovering Catholics on hold because I was having another initiation really of recognizing, really, like, it's one thing to say something, it's another thing to embody. And I had not embodied the 12 steps or the codes that I was sharing on the video. So I'm going to redo that again For those who missed out, um, everything happens in divine perfection, divine alignment. And yeah, and so yeah, so basically what happened is I went and just surrendered. I just surrendered. I let go of my schedule, I let go of my plan, and I received this gift of this beautiful Bella and her asking to not only be nourished by food, but to be nourished by my presence and to infuse intention into her food and to actually just be present with her. Yeah, what a beautiful gift. So I just sat with her, sat with the other doggies. I just let go of any pressure I had on myself. And then she ate her food. She ate her food. What a beautiful, beautiful lesson she gave me in self-awareness. And that led on to realizing that I had actually done a self-abandonment on myself by not doing what I knew to do to take care of my body, to do the yogic breath and stretching and 5 Tibetans and what I do that makes me feel nice and centered and grounded. I had put the I had put the call, I'd put that in front of taking care of my body and my being. So it was the perfect example of where I had self-abandoned my own self-care to extend in service externally before filling up my own cup. So that has been my deep nervous system repatterning awareness today, which I'm very, 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 very grateful for. This truly is an embodiment journey. There's one thing to know, and there's another thing to embody that knowingness through the nervous system, through the grounded energy field, through the coherence of heart and mind in harmonization, and that we're a living expression of whatever it is that we're sharing. Not that we have to be perfect, it's not about that, but that there's an authenticity, there's an integrity there. And I realized I wasn't fully in integrity with what I was aiming to share and support others with. I hadn't created a grounded, safe energy within my own nervous system before I got on computer. So I humbly receive that today. And I'm very, very grateful. Very, very grateful for this beautiful being who has taught me so much. So much. When I came to house sit a year and a half ago or a little bit longer, I'd never been close to a greyhound before, and some fear came up because I'd only had visions of them running around a track. And what I did was I started to visualize her in my heart. I started to collapse that idea of separation and realize that she is a reflection of me. And then all the fear went away. And we had a beautiful time. And now I came back, and it was like, in some ways, it was like I'd never gone. I just became part of the pack, and they all remembered me. They remembered my energy. They remembered my frequency. Yeah, it's been amazing. I've just slipped right in for this 10 days that I'll be here. And yeah, it's just so lovely. It's just such a gift. Absolute gift. So the other message of today is just a beautiful little gem of wisdom, that presence. When we fully embody presence, this is why self-care is so important, so that we can really harmonize our energy with more presence, more grounded presence in the moment. And when we do, guess what? There is no fear. And the perceptions of separation collapse, because the perception of separation is what brings us into that push and pull, that pressure. I've got to do, I've got to, perform for externally, or there's a pressure. And yeah, what I want to tell you folks, truly, 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 self-care is not a luxury, and your self-care is non-negotiable. In these times on earth, in this shift in energies, we are not getting away with being asleep. Forgetfulness. This is a call for conscious awakening into remembrance. And so when we don't pay attention, when we're not listening, things have to get more intense, more painful, more loud, more in our face, for us to awaken, for us to become aware. And so today, I became more self-aware of where I wasn't fully present and anchored and grounded, especially in my own self-care, especially, and really, including myself when I'm serving others, which is the whole, core of really healing those old vows of martyrdom and self-sacrifice. And again, it's one thing to say it, it's one thing, but it's another thing to embody it, to rewire it through the nervous system, through the energy system. Because some of these patterns and habits were born through identities and separation, through lineages. So just be gentle with yourself, be kind, breathe, relax, let go, and rest. Rest, value rest, rejuvenating rest, deep restfulness. Allow the body to know that rest is safe. Allow the nervous system to really calibrate by allowing deep rest. If you need to have a nap during the day, have a nap. If you need to just rest, rest. Especially if there's a lot of big emotions moving through you. See if you can find that opportunity to just give your body a chance to relax and to calibrate and integrate. Yeah. So that's my message for today. So grateful. So grateful. Oh, here we go. All the doggos going. So we'll leave it there. Namaste. Oh, Bella, want to say a fair goodbye? Adios, folks.